Hello friends, today I am again here with you to discuss another Chaucerian, Thomas Hoccleve. I have already done a video about another Chaucerian, John Lydgate. I have given the link in the comment box. You just see that and express your view about that video. Now, let us move on to the next one, Thomas Hoccleve. Thomas Hoccleve's lifespan is 1369 to 1426. He is one among the English Chaucerian. He was a contemporary of Chaucer, was grouped with John Lydgate, and his first work is Letter of Cupid that he have completed in the year of 1402. It was a translation and adaptation of a popular French poet, Christie de Paysan's Epistole or Dieu Amour. It's the most celebrated work of Thomas Hoccleve. He had written it in the manner of courtly poetry, and you can see the resemblance of Roman de la Rose. The poem defend women against anti-female satire and attack by men. So its rhyme, syntax and the syntax of the poem is very complex, and it includes a fair number of rare constructions. In this poem, we can see Cupid as the narrator, and frequently you can be seen the use of word I and directly addressed to a female. And the next work of Thomas Hoccleve is La Male Regile, the male regimen, that he had completed in the year of 1406. It is also known as a Monk penitential poem. It is an autobiographical poem, presents his hardship of his life, like physical alignment, financial strains and moral failures, quite accurately that he had happened in his life. And he had used an oxymoron also in this work. And the next work is De Regime Principlum, the regiment of princes, that he had completed in the year of 1411 to 12. 1 year he had taken to complete this work. It is a principal work of Hoccleve, written for the future King Henry V when he was the Prince of Wales. It's the most significant work of Thomas Hoccleve. It belongs to the genre of frustrated epistolate or the advice for princes. It is framed as a dream vision. It opens at the night with the narrator lying in his bed near the Inn of Court of London, worrying about his lack of money. When morning arrives, he gets up of bed and goes for work, where he encounters with an old man, with whom he engages in dialogue. That is a storyline of this poem. The poet dedicated his work to Henry V, so when he was Prince of Wales. And other major notable works of Thomas Hoccleve are To the King's Most Notable Grace, then The Night of his Gaster, To the Night of Gaster. So these are the other notable work of Thomas Hoccleve. And when we are thinking about UGC net perspective, we should know one-word questions also about Thomas Hoccleve. So now we will move on to the one-word question about Thomas Hoccleve. The first one is Thomas Hoccleve believed in didacticism. So what do you mean by didacticism? Which means art and literature ought to convey information and instruction along with the pleasure and entertainment. So when we are looking in the literature, we can see these kinds of terms. So we should know what are these meant. So didacticism means literature should convey, and along with the information and instruction, it should give the pleasure and entertainment. Some poets or some artists feel that literature is only for pleasure and entertainment, but according to Thomas Hoccleve, it should give information and instructions also. So, and the second one is who called himself as the stupid scholar of an excellent master. That is, Thomas Hoccleve himself called himself like that. Then the third one is A.C. Watt called one of the England's earlier biographer. That is Thomas Hoccleve. That we have already discussed a poem, the La Male Regile. So it is about his own experience that he had in his lifetime. So, and the next one is which book is believed to have been the earliest autobiography in English literature? That is La Mail Regil. The Letter of Cupid is a translation of Epistre Audio da Armor. So these are things about Thomas Hoccleve. I think it is very clear to you. Now we will pass on to the next English Chaucerian, and that is Stephen Hawes. His lifespan is 1475 to 1525. He was a poet and a courtier. He served under King Henry VII. Known for his sharp memory, he could recollect the poems of most English poets of his time, especially John Lydgate. He called Lydgate as his master, and he used rhyme royals and decasyllabic couplets in his poem. And novelist Hilda Clamp made he was a character of his novel, The Willing Heart, that she had completed in the year of 1958. And in this novel, our Stephen Hawes is one of the character of this novel. So in that connection also, this work is important. Where fictionally portrayed as in this work, Stephen Hawes is portrayed as an illegitimate son of King Richard III, but not contemporary documents support for this argument. Now, other major work of Stephen Hawes are The Pastime of Pleasure, that he had completed in the year of 1509. The main theme of the poem was the education and pilgrimage of knight ground armor. It is an allegorical poem written in rhyme royal and couplets. The poem was written about 5,800 lines divided into 45 chapters. So these are the things about that poem. And again, The Pastime of Pleasure is indeed a link between the Canterbury Tale and the Fairy Queen. You know that who are the authors of this Canterbury Tale and the Fairy Queen. Canterbury Tale is by Chaucer, and the Fairy Queen is by Spenser. So Pastime is considered as a link between these two works. And Mrs. Browning justly regarded Hawes as one of the inspiration of Spenser. So and the next important work of Hawes, The Example of Virtue. The date is unknown about this poem. It is written in the 7-line Chaucerian stanza, except the discussions of the arming hero, where decasyllabic couplets are used. It is divided into 14 chapters, and it is an allegorical poem which portrays a man's struggle to attain his ideal moral purity. So this is about the past example of virtue. And about Thomas Hawes, we have to look some other important questions, other important works also, that is The Conversion of Suarez, and The Joy Fidei Martyrdom to All England. It is a coronation poem. And these are the things about Stephen Hawes. Now we are moving to the one-word questions, that is, The Pastime of Pleasure remains influential in making whose masterpiece? Spenser. So Spenser, which is the Spenser's masterpiece? That is Fairy Queen. So we have already discussed it about in earlier. Now the next one is the youth joyful Metaseum is a creation of Stephen Hawes. So, and this is another work of Stephen Hawes that I haven't discussed in earlier. The Joyful Metaseum is a work creation of Stephen Hawes. Thank you. If you like this video, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe it. And if you have any things to be noted down or any things to be added, you just mention in the comment box. And we will be back with another poet and poem in another video. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you. Bye.